Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be setting up my April bullet journal pages. I mean, we are midway to April and I'm uploading my April plan with me. You know, I just know that I've done a fantastic job with, timing and everything. I really apologize for the delay in uploading this video. I'm still in the process of figuring this out. And I faced a lot of technical difficulties along the way with this as well. So yeah, anyhow, the theme I chose for my April setup is the Cassia fistula flower, aka the golden showers, aka Kanikonna in Malayalam. Now, I've been experimenting a lot with floral themes, so I decided to keep it floral for the month of April. Also, this is a very important flower that is used as a decoration for during the harvest festival of Vishu, and this flower also kind of indicates the transition from spring to summer. So it's a very fitting flower for the month of April. I don't know, probably my future themes will also be based on the flowers that grow that are like particularly for that month. I don't know. Depends on my idea and brainstorming and things like that. So yeah. And as I said, since these flowers are used as a decoration for the festival of Vishu, you know what? This is going up literally 1 or 2 days before Vishu. I have done a really good job with timing. So yeah. I decided to go back to my very traditional Mallu roots, and hence I went ahead with this theme. I honestly thought this entire spread would take me a long time to do, but it was actually really easy to draw these flowers. I used a little bit of my orange marker to just add a little bit of gradient to the flower. Also, like usually every flower has the middle portion which is slightly darker. I wrote out April in this very simple serif font, and the page that I'm currently setting up is my calendar spread, which I decided to keep to a single page. Usually I do a double page calendar, but April is not so much of a busy month for me when it comes to things to remember, but hence I decided to save up on a page. An extra page. By the way, I might do a double page spread next month. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Anyhow, the dimensions of the boxes of the spreads are 3.5 dot grids to 5 dot grids, and I went in with my yellow marker. I drew in some circles in which I wrote down the dates of the month, and I highlighted the top part of the calendar with yellow in which I wrote the days of the week. And I brought this page together by drawing another Cassia flower stalk. And all in all, you'll see like a kind of theme where I just drew some of the flowers like as though they're being dispersed in the wind, hence making it appear like golden showers. And then I went in with my green marker and I just colored in the extra boxes of the month. Yeah. Oh, this page that I'm setting up is my habit tracker. This particular spread is usually a lot more tedious to put together. Hence, I made it look a little bit simple. I just drew the calendar setup for April 6 times. I decided to not write the numbers because, as I said, this is a very tedious spread to put together. And overall, even the doodles in this spread is quite minimal because it'll be colorful by the time I'm done tracking my habits for the month. Well, the habits I decided to track for this month are working out, taking my medication, and reading, which I've barely been doing, hydration, which I'm doing pretty okay with, gratitude, and what's the last one? Going to bed early, which I have not been doing a good job of. Anyhow, gratitude is a very important habit that I decided to start tracking from the beginning of this year. I basically decided to do that because I was so tired of not being appreciative of things in life, and gratitude you can track in so many ways. Even if you take a moment out of your day to just be grateful for something, you can journal about it, or just set an intention for set a particular intention for that day where you just feel like, I'm just gonna appreciate and enjoy the things that I have with me right now. Especially at this point with the lockdown and quarantine and everything, we should really just be more grateful about the things that we have. I know you've heard this multiple times, but keeping an appreciative attitude does change perspective. Anyhow, the page I'm currently setting up is my mood tracker. So usually for my mood trackers, I track my mood based on like different shades of color, but for time I decided to switch things up. I just drew out a branch of the Cassia tree with the leaves and everything, and the way the mood tracker will work this time is I will track it based on the length of the stalk. So as you can see that as how I'm drawing right now, if the overall mood of a particular day was good, like I was having a good day, the stalks will be longer. And if the mood was not all that great, the stalks would be shorter. At the end of the month, the whole spread will look so bright and it'll look like a branch of the cassia tree with a whole lot of flowers. Next is my expense track. I drew 3 columns where the first column indicates the date, the second column will indicate the description of whatever I bought or a subscription or anything, and the last column will indicate the amount that went. Pretty self-explanatory. And as you can see, I made a mistake with writing budget, so I went in with my black marker and I just entirely blacked it out and wrote budget marker with my Sakura White Jelly Roll. By the way, link in the description to every single product that I've used in the video. And since this spread was slightly on the simpler side, I went in with my green marker and I just highlighted and blocked out alternating lines just to make it look a little bit more colorful. The next page is my brain dump page. Basically just like, you get random ideas and random thoughts in your head and you need somewhere to jot it down. I don't like taking sheets of paper, so hence I decided to keep this one particular spread in the journal itself. And so again, I would use this to write down any ideas for future videos, which by the way, if you have any, please leave it in the description box down below. And any random thoughts that pop up in my head will go on this page. Also for the decoration and the doodles, I just drew a green border where I filled out either side of the border with, yes, you guessed it right, more cassia flowers. These flowers were so simple to draw. I had a really nice time putting the spread together. And the way this whole thing turned out, especially since it was so bright and I don't usually go for bright colors, I really enjoyed it. And I wrote brain dump in the same font that I wrote April in at the beginning in my monthly page. lastly is my weekly setup. I went for a vertical weekly spread across both the pages. Again, I don't usually do double page weekly spreads, but this week was particularly busy because of the Vishu festival of Vishu is coming up by the time this video goes live, and there was pre-festival cleaning and time management and everything, so I needed the extra planning space basically. So I divided both the pages up into 7 columns, and I highlighted the top of each column with green where I wrote the days of the week, and so I drew circles above each of the column and I wrote the numbers of the week. And to tie in this page, I completed it with a final Cassia stalk and more flowers being blown away in the wind. More golden showers, basically. And by the way, I decided to try out a new angle. I hope it is clear and visible because in my first video, I had to crop out a huge part of it so that you guys could not see the tripod stand, so I just played around. I decided to test out some new angles, and I hope this one's clear and visible and it's not too distracting. Yeah, I needed the aspect ratio to be alright, hence the new angle. And here is the final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed me setting up my April bullet journal spreads. All the supplies that I've used will be in the description box down below. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, tap the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. I will see you all in another video soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, wishing everyone a very happy Vishu, and bye.